Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany from the Seniors Blue Book, and this morning I am joined live over Zoom with Wendy Rickenbach Barclay from CarePatrol. Whoop whoop! Dance session, dance session. Whoop 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 whoop. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. I super appreciate it.
Absolutely. Tell us. Most people know you, know your face, and the service you've been providing in this area for it's now I think 5 years, right?
Six, just celebrated my 6 year anniversary, so I can't even believe that it's already been 6 years. Like,
Holy
time
cow! It feels
comes
like
so.
forever ago that you walked into DeSoto Palms, and I'm like, who is this lady? I
Who
need to
is
get to
she?
know her.
What is she doing? Everybody thought I was a scam artist when I came to town because they had, prior to me arriving, about 6 months before I got here, placement agencies were illegal in the state of Florida.
Hmm.
And prior to that, you had to be a fee for service type of business to do the type of work that we do. So people are like, "What are you doing? That's illegal." And I remember carrying around my little note, like, "Nope, we're legal now. It's official." And they're like, "Yeah, get out." So I'm like, they all thought I was a scam artist. It was crazy.
And look at everything now. It's crazy. You've really paved the way. So tell us a little bit about Care Patrol. Well, tell us about yourself, and then tell us a little bit about Care Patrol.
All right, so I spent 18 years as a senior executive on Wall Street, and in that industry, we used to have a lot of numbers behind our name, and I quickly learned that in this industry, they like letters behind your name, but had a really successful career, and basically in the economic downturn of 2008, my firm got bought up by somebody else, so stayed with them through the conversion, did a bunch of consulting projects, and really just didn't feel like I had a home and met a franchise broker who started talking to me about my gifts and talents, my life goals, which was really interesting. Um, I kept saying, "Oh, do you want to Google me? Check me out. I'm really awesome. I got great references." And they're like, "No." And so, one of the things that I share with people that led me to Care Patrol that when you do due diligence on a franchise, there's about 7,800 franchises in America. So, how do you pick one? And so for me, what I found is that I do really super good coming from Wall Street. I do really super good in a crisis situation.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to navigate a crisis very calmly. I also have a gift of taking very complex
Mm-hmm.
information and simplifying it. And so you have to wear a lot of hats with what we do every day. So that became very important. I wanted something that was an extension of my ministry. I wanted to be able to go in and really create hope. And I always say love on people, but I want to give hugs. I want to give people hope. I don't want to talk about dying. I want to talk about living. What does that need to look like? And at the end of the day, I just wanted to live, comfortably, make sure I put my kids through college, save for retirement, take a few Disney cruises, and do my
Don't
Disney
forget the
cruises.
Disney cruises.
No, very vital to this like whole process. But anyway, so this has been so much more than that. It is so much more than I could have ever envisioned. We have served thousands, and I do mean thousands of families in Sarasota County. Gosh, I'm gonna get emotional because saying it out loud, it's like the impact that we're able to make on this community has been more than I could have ever anticipated. I have to be honest with you.
Don't
I'm
make
like,
me cry. You always do, I
I
swear.
know, I have a gift. I have a gift. It's been remarkable. And so I want to share a little bit about Care Patrol and what makes this difference. Unfortunately, in this industry, placement has 0 point of entry, which means anybody that wakes up tomorrow who maybe no longer has a job or they need to redefine themselves, they can just go out there and start doing placement. And as a result of that, we've got a lot of people that run around and they want to be placement agencies. And quite honestly, they have no real knowledge of this industry. They have no credentials in this industry. And, so it's a little frustrating. So, I just keep doing my thing because they all kind of want to be Care Patrol. Unfortunately, we make it look really easy, and it's not. So, Care Patrol is a nationwide company. There's about 158 to 162 franchises nationwide. And I apologize for not having the exact number. And what that means is that we have not a full national presence, but if you know anything about Florida, we have a lot of snowbirds, and we have families that are everywhere, and our seniors love Florida. So we've got seniors who live in Florida and families who live everywhere else. And so what that allows us to do is to serve this community not only here locally, but if families are looking to relocate their loved ones anywhere nationally, while we're not in every major city, we're in a lot of major cities. Mm-hmm. The other thing that's required of our franchise is that we get some credentialing. So there's a lot of senior advisors out there. Well, let me say this. That is a made up title, okay, just for the record. I'm a certified senior advisor, a CSA. It is a national designation, which means I went through a book about this thick and then had to go take a 3-day class after months of studying that book to really understand not only the senior industry as a whole, but different funding strategies and ways that we make recommendations or would make recommendations. In addition to that, there's a national organization called the National Referral and Placement Alliance. It's a national organization. It works with our congressmen and our senators and our governors, and we're a part of that organization. And there's actually a certification now that you can take to become a national placement and referral agent. It costs thousands of dollars. It's a very extensive test. And it really says, hey, these are the experts in this space. Mm-hmm. We are not a plug and play organization. I will tell you, placement is the easiest thing we do, and it's only 10% of what we do. I mean, so let that sink in, Facebook Nation Live. 10% of what we do is placement. 90% of what we do is all the other things that helps transition a human being's life. Elder law attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, senior moving companies, nonprofit resources, caregiving resources, you name it, anything for a human being's life. 90% of our families meet with an elder law attorney at no cost, just so they understand the moving parts of their funding strategies, understanding all the different funding strategies and how to put them together. And then staying with a family, not only, hey, I placed you, here you go, yay, but staying with that family through end of life and how we support that family on the journey. So I will tell you, there is nobody doing what we do the way we do it. And if you in Facebook Nation world want to work with true experts, which by the way, not only myself, I have a team of 6 people that consist of RNs, ARNP, case manager, social worker, and a gentleman that actually did, oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. Grief counseling from a ministry perspective. Also worked with one of our large skilled partners, not only doing admissions, but also did business development for a large number of years with a very well-respected skilled nursing facility. We have been blessed with people that have been a part of CarePatrol, blessed beyond measure, that I will put in my team against anybody out there. Knowing our inventory, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not just getting a contract with a particular community. The work we do to dissect that community, nobody's doing that either. We have a database, not a spreadsheet like a lot of companies, but a database that tracks care and violation history through the state of Florida. We update it. We are looking at leadership changes within a community. We're tracking critical care violations versus maybe just excessive violations compared to their peers. We're reporting on it, by the way, with a click of a button, I can get it. We're tracking social disposition of the community as well as financial. So, do we have a lot of people that are sedentary, or are we looking for something where everybody's getting on the bus and going out to the casino? Right. And everything. So we really understand that. We are covering 184 properties between independent, assisted, memory care, and skilled. And that's across not only Sarasota County, Lakewood, Ranch, but we're also covering Manatee County right now. So when I tell you we're busy, we're busy. And I just, I don't know anybody that does what we do. I mean, you're familiar with our company and how we operate, yep. So I think you can speak firsthand.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about how, like, right now with everything that's kind of been going on in the world, how has your daily life changed from how it was? I mean, what are some of the things that you're doing a little bit now for clients versus how it was a few months ago?
Yep. So I will tell you, our business has slowed down a little bit, not a lot. So really what we want to do is we want to positively impact this community. First off, the NPRA helped us secure through our governor as being an essential business. So CarePatrol is in business. We are working every single day, about 10 to 12 hours a day. We are doing things virtually. We're doing virtual tours. We're able to consult. We're able to use Zoom, very similar to what you and I are doing. So really figuring out ways to support seniors and their caregivers during this time, because most of the services are online and they're not sure where to go, who has availability, who has furniture, how do we facilitate it, how do we put all the pieces of the puzzle together. So for us, it's we're trying zero contact, but here's some things that we're doing, okay? I don't know if anybody's been following our social media, but I tell you, we have been securing face masks, gloves for our healthcare community. We're doing grocery delivery. We're doing online orders. We're picking up prescriptions through drive-thrus. We are serving. I've got a database of 3,800 people, and we have been blasting it out and saying, what do you need and how can we help you stay safe and make sure that you have nourishment and you have your medicines? What can we do? Private duty, we've got about 20 private duty companies now that we're strategically partnered with. Not that we won't work with others, but we're making sure who can handle these cases, whether it be 3 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 24, who has the caregiving capability to take that on.
That's
So,
awesome.
a lot of online stuff, a lot of giving back to the community, a lot of just what can we do to positively impact and keep people safe.
For those that are kind of joining, there's been a lot of people kind of jumping on and off. Tell us, introduce yourself one more time, and then tell us what is the cost for using CarePatrol services.
Yep, so I'm Wendy. I'm the owner of CarePatrol for Sarasota Lakewood Ranch. And there again, we are the nation's industry-leading placement agency in the country. I happen to be the leading placement agent in the country for any brand, any market, anywhere, from what I'm being told and all the data that's out there online or otherwise. And what that simply means is that we're just simply we're out there, boots on the ground, serving more people than anybody else. The cost to work with us, $0. I don't like to use I don't like to use the free because I think free implies that there's no value to what I do. We are no cost. We are paid by the thousands of communities that we are partnered with all across the country. Here locally, there's only about 4 communities in the 2.5 counties I'm covering that do not have placement agreements with us. There's 1 independent community, and there's 5. One independent community and 4 buy-in communities. Quite honestly, the demographic that we serve is not somebody looking to go buy in. We are serving people who need care. Mm-hmm. And typically that precludes them from going to what some might deem a buy-in community. Right. Although we do have contracts with a lot of buy-in communities who will allow you to go in and rent, so to speak, like a traditional assisted living or memory care environment. So 5 in 2.5 counties, and like I said, 4 of them are buy-in. And that's really not the demographic we serve.
I want to bring up too, while we're on here, I have your website pulled up, so people right now are able to.
Sarasota.CarePatrol.
That's right. I've got that pulled up, and I did that on purpose to make sure we've got your direct site here. So Sarasota.CarePatrol.com, and the best number to reach you is your main number, right? It's on your website here.
That is correct.
So 941-237-0846. And this is a great picture. I have the picture of you and Trey pulled up.
Oh, my sweet husband. I love him. And he's so cute.
He's real cute. And he's real funny.
He's a lot of fun. I like it. So here's the thing. We work 7 days a week. And we start about 7:30 in the morning. We try to wrap up about 7:30 at night. But I will tell you, we take calls probably every day, somewhere around 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And really, sometimes it just people needs a listening ear. But we do answer our phones 7 days a week.
Awesome. Well, is there any last words of wisdom that you want to leave people with?
Well, I just want people to stay safe. Okay, so this is the thing. I know people are scared. They have limited access to care. A lot of people who have cognitively impaired loved ones, they are really confined to their space right now with no outlets from which to serve. So here's the thing. If you know someone or you are someone who would benefit from ongoing care and support, and you're not really sure where to turn or what resources available, pick up the phone and call us. Okay, call us. We'll walk you through it. I will tell you, our goal is not placement. Our goal is education, and God takes care of our placement. We want to educate you and equip you, and hopefully when the day comes that your loved one or you might need placement, I want to be that phone call.
Absolutely. Well, I can vouch for you guys. You're incredible, and you're just an industry leader that a lot of people just really look up to and respect, me being one of those. So thank you for taking time today on the call.
Can you see my heart? Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Brittany, and thank you, Senior Blue Book, for having me on.
Absolutely. All right. Enjoy your Friday.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.